Yo, what's good? This is Misdameanor, and this is one of my favorite artists out of Sacramento, CML, Spinnin, produced by Misdameanor on the Tri-Cities.Mixtape.
What's the case, Misdameanor?
I swear to God, nigga, I just keep it too real, man. Nigga, I'm the dead homies, nigga. I been solid from the jump, but you was putting on the front. All these faking ass bitches got me twisted like a blunt. All that going against the grain to get you smoked just like some runs. These niggas perping for the gram, but I know him, he a chump. Pockets on Professor Clump, I'm out here ballin' like LeBron. In my city, I'm the Don, don't get dumped up in a pond. I'm a Sacramento king, you niggas little like John. Switching lanes in this big body Benz with a blind. I just blew up like a bomb and the world felt the impact. Your girlfriend love me, you'll never get your bitch back. I ain't talking Mickey D's when I pull up with this Big Mac. I melt a nigga cheese when I push a nigga shit back. We'll send 100 shots through the window at your kickback. I swear to God, this mini AR ain't got no kickback. The homie strip that nigga down, come and get your shit back. You ain't getting a motherfucking thing with your bitch ass. Favor for a favor, line them like a taper. Some team niggas traitors, homies turning into haters. You couldn't walk a mile in these Louis or these Gators. When I fuck her, she be screaming, bitch, waking up my neighbors. Never been friendly, I'm nothing like Timmy. I'm big like Andre the Giant, but I'm skinny. They booked me for a show, I brought some red devils with me. And we all ripped the beat like the symbol on a Bentley. I kicked your hoe up out my room for trying to get lavish a hickey. And I gangbang for real, but these are Marys, not Dickies. Crack a nigga windshield before I let a sucker lift me. This money feel good, but this lifestyle is risky. Homies hate on me, but when I die, they gon' say that they miss me. This Molly in my body got me spinning like a frisbee. A nigga play me close, this 2-piece to leave him dizzy. If I catch him with this glizzy on the set, I'm getting busy. Me and Thola in a rafe with Drake in a 50. Kicking bitches out my house, I think they out to get me. It's money on my head, so everybody got me iffy. I'ma go out with a bang before I let a nigga hit me on the set. Top 30, nigga. Dead homies. Big fever one, nigga. 100.
Yo, Misdemeanor checking in. This is another song I produced by Mr. Payaso out of Seattle, Washington. Free Mr. Payaso, Shooters in the Back, produced by Misdemeanor on the Tri-Cities.Mixtape.
Murder was the case, Misdemeanor.
I can't get with it if the beat don't clap. Man, this shit slap, make a nigga neck snap. This tap in this yak in the whip, earthquaking. Now, we don't do the bacon, it's assalamu alaikum. Shaking and baking and chasing chicken. Niggas slithering and snaking, I'm in KC gritting. A West Oakland player with the North Oakland mayor. It's a jungle out there, lions, tigers, and bears. I get no cares if the beat ain't blapping. And we still going dumb, so nigga, what's happening? So coke on the plate, I be Pablo Mackin'. I'm with Stan Pablo, the homie before rapping. Call me asthma the way I be attacking. The beat Mary angle like I'm Action Jackson. Brad, this shit slap in case you didn't know. I'm from the motherfucking town where we do the fool. So what it do? We ain't fucking with it if the beat don't clap. We don't fucks with it if the beat don't slap. We can't function with it if the beat don't blab. If the beat don't bap, if the beat don't crack. We ain't fucking with it if the beat don't clap. We don't fucks with it if the beat don't slap. We can't function with it if the beat don't blab. If the beat don't bap, if the beat don't crack.
If the beat don't knock, I won't speak to it. I need knock, you know the type of chicks freak to it. That Delphine music, you could geek to it. Not the June bug, I'm talking TL tweak to it. And if the function turns up, I'ma slide through. Baby thick as hell, ooh, and she fine too. 5'11" midget booty like she 5'2". And if I don't get the pussy, at least I try to. Hey, I'm a jack of all trades, I wear many hats. I will not hit the pussy without a Jimmy hat. But if you're Team F.A.B, baby, I consider that. Cause anything is possible. Matter of fact, what a Remy at? I'm a real town nigga from the soil. I was sipping Bo in the town in the age they call it oil. From market to Doyle, I was bumping like a boil. But I wasn't fucking with it if the BZ wasn't loyal.
We ain't fucking with it if the beat don't clap. We don't fucks with it if the beat don't slap. We can't function with it if the beat don't blab. If the beat don't bap, if the beat don't crack. We ain't fucking with it if the beat don't clap. We don't fucks with it if the beat don't slap. We can't function with it if the beat don't blab. If the beat don't bap, if the beat don't crack.
Welcome back to the Tri-Cities Mixtape. This is Miguel Ortiz. Today we have another interview. We have a local producer, beat maker, businessman, show promoter. He'll tell us all the rest too, I'm sure. Videographer.
Yeah.
We have Misdemeanor Beats in the house. Welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on the Tri-Cities.Mixtape. Appreciate you.
Yeah, let's just go back to the beginning, man. Tell us where you were born and how you got started in music, and then how you came to the Tri-Cities.
So I was born in Sacramento, California. Moved out here when I was about 13 years old. Basically, just to stay out of trouble, just stay away from the gang life, because all my childhood friends, my big brother, they were all in it, and they were trying to keep me away from it too. But of course, I had to be there, and I was in some stuff, before I came out to Tri-Cities. So when I moved to Tri-Cities, though, it calmed down a lot, because at that time, Tri-Cities wasn't super crazy or nothing like that. Now we have a lot more crime and violence and gangs and whatnot, but back then it was a little more chill. So my pops brought me out here. He works in radio. He's been in radio for like 20 years too. Yeah, he's a manager out there in Reno right now. But
in Reno?
Yeah, he's in Reno. He's a manager. He has his own radio show and all that too. Yeah. So music kind of runs in the bloodline, I guess.
Right. Yeah. But how did you get started in music? Were you musically inclined back in Sacramento, or is that something that happened later?
Well, what's crazy, man, is the first time I opened up FL Studio, the program to make beats, I was probably honestly, I would say probably around 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, it was like a long time ago. And I opened up the program in Sacramento, and I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, I can't figure this out. It was like FL Studio 3 or something. And I was like, oh man, I can't figure this out, So I kind of quit. Yeah. And this was back in Sacramento. But then back here in Washington, I had some homies that rapped, and my brother rapped at the time, my older brother. And I don't even know how. I think it's because I was more of kind of computer savvy. So I started recording vocals and being like the engineer, and right. At that time, back in the day, way back in the day, which I didn't know how to mix or nothing, but so I was on that side of it, and then my brother, homies would rap and I'd record them. And so since I was kind of like the engineer, I started producing, and that, I don't know, it just kind of came natural. Again, I opened up the program, and I was like, man, this is confusing. This is a lot of buttons. Like, what the heck do I do? Right. So at that time, YouTube was kind of popping off. So I started YouTubing, like how to make a beat, how to use FL Studio, a bunch of tutorials and whatnot.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube.
Yeah,
I learned
for sure.
So much.
Yeah, and yeah, just basically from that, I just kind of started making beats and recording and trying to mix. Supposedly back then, I started recording off a video program, but I would use just the audio side of it. So you couldn't even really mix on that, because anyway, so I started that, started making beats and for my brother and other local artists, and my boy S.A. Loke out of Spokane too. I met him a long time ago on MySpace. And he hit me up, and he was recording, I don't know what he was recording on, but he would send me his vocals, and I started either kind of making a beat around his vocals, or just trying to make his vocal sound better. And he kind of gave me a lot of props too. He's like, bro, damn, you make my voice sound good, Yeah. So shout out my boy too, man. I've been knowing him for a long time, and I still know him to this day. He's on my album. He's on my album, yeah. But yeah, he's out of Spokane. And ended up going to Spokane, meeting up with him, shot a music video for him, and yeah, he's doing his thing. He's got a lot of love overseas too. He's got a couple songs with Filipino artists too. Oh, nice. So he's got a lot of love in the Philippines. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I kind of started, and it's been a while now since I kind of started. Yeah.
All right. So what were your, I guess, initial inspirations, or what were you influenced by or inspired by at the time when you started making beats?
Well, so I think what kind of started too, I forgot to mention, was my dad. Since he's been in radio, he had like the DJ program, like virtual DJ, and and he would edit his vocals to make commercials and whatnot. And he would have me DJ at clubs and whatnot. like at 14, 15, 16 years old. Yeah.
Nice.
He'd have me out there at the clubs and bars and all over Tri-Cities and Yakima. He'd have me all over, man. Yeah, man, those were crazy times. But yeah, he would record and yeah, man, now that I think about it, shout out to my pops, because since he was kind of involved in that, and then also he's a singer too. He sounds a lot like, a lot of people tell him he sounds a lot like Vicente Fernandez.
Okay.
So yeah, so
you ever put him on a track or sample him or anything?
You know what?
Voice?
A long time ago I did. I sampled his voice a long time ago, yeah.
That's dope.
But I think just kind of being around that, you know, like editing vocals and the DJ and stuff, I kind of got more into it. And then I started kind of trying to make cool little DJ mixes with just on my own, just trying to like mix tracks together to play at the clubs and whatnot.
Right, yeah.
So I started kind of playing around with that. And then the program, the virtual DJ, had like videos that you can play. So then while you were at the club, you can play, you know, they had projectors and stuff. So I started kind of mixing videos too and playing music videos and tracks and DJing, you know, 14, 15, 16 years old. And I think that's what really got it started. Because then after that, after I kind of got introduced to vocal editing, putting a couple videos together, that's when I started recording and making beats. I was probably like, at this time when I started making beats, I was probably like I'd say 17 years old.
Right, but yeah, what were you listening to at the time, or what informed the music that you were creating?
Oh, okay. Well, as I mentioned, moved away from Sacramento and tried to get away from, like, or did I mention that already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mentioned getting away from kind of the gang influence, the gang life, you know. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of like Chicano rap, or, you know, whatever you want to call it now. But I think
that's pretty much still what it's called.
Oh, okay. No? Well, I don't know, because a lot of people say now, like, oh, it's not Chicano rap, it's just rap, and I don't know. There's a lot of, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of like low profile records and, you know, Mr. Capone and.
Okay, yeah.
And it's dope that now that I'm grown, like I got to meet Capone and work with him.
Yeah, throwing shows with them.
Yeah.
But let's not jump too far.
Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, I was listening to all that gangster rap, even upcoming gangster rap. So I was kind of always influenced by that kind of West Coast gangster beat, gangster rap, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought the beats off I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a lowrider cruising mixtape or something.
One of those, yeah. Compilations.
And I thought the beats were so dope, and I was like, man, how are these guys making these beats, you know? So I kind of get influenced by that, and then all the music and gangster music I listened to back then. But yeah, that's what kind of started. But you know, I was like 13, 14, 15 listening to that music, so that kind of influenced it back then.
Do you so you still work in FL today, right?
Yeah.
So, but what was your first big addition to the studio, or first big upgrade when you started selling beats and when things started picking up?
Man, I won't lie to you. I barely bought FL Studio, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so you were still working like the demo version or a cracked version until then?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I had the cracked version for a long time.
Allegedly.
And it's cause like you could do everything and save it and all that, you know?
Well, isn't the thing like can you not save it? I thought you have to like finish the song before you end the session.
No, that's the demo version.
Oh, that's the demo version.
Yeah.
Oh, so cracked gives you access to.
Yeah, to everything.
Everything. Oh, I see.
But then, yeah. Yo, Misdemeanor again with another song off my first album, Darrell and Twisted Rob. It's called Beast, off my album, streaming everywhere right now. Go listen to it, to the Tri-Cities Mixtape.
What's the case, Misdemeanor?
I'm an old soul with a cold heart getting it. Flow stone cold, you got hopes of imprisonment. Steady as the head of the crown that is fitting it. Exercise demons when I'm tearing through your ligaments. King shit, keep me close when it explodes, then it explode. What I do, take a hit, real shit, slide through. We go get it in major, times 2. I'm in an industry that don't give a shit about your leap of faith or your lack of follow through. No safety equipment in place to hold you down. So when it's time to jump, you gotta hold on when you slam to the ground. Integrity just ain't shit to a clown. These days are wild, cold, and toxic. While I hold high hopes, most do the opposite. Expect your defeat, your retreat is obvious. Even the blind can see right through the nonsense. But it's evident when the wet sediment dries. Find out what lies beneath. A man so hungry when it's time to eat. Prepare yourself for a dinner time feast. Misdemeanor, keep cooking beats. Take a breath and breathe before you break down. It's hard to keep up with the underground right now.
If you wanna be my enemy, you're gonna be the meal. When I'm coming for the kill. Feast. Chopping up the opposites and put them on the grill. Better know what's real. You know I got a feast. Sitting at the table when I'm feeling like a beast with a beat. I perceived it to demon with the feats of a syllable. Caught us with misdemeanor and least. So please understand, I'm the man with these idle hands. Trained for them keys. You fucking with a champ on the vamp on the track. I attack with a metronome. I'm coming with the heat. But I'm cold when I'm blowing on sativa. Looking for a piece of man on your brain like a cannibal. Came in the middle of the night with a little bit of light. With an animal game for the top of the food chain. In a game when I got a scope ready for the aim. You be falling vertical. The chopper had to murder you. Put you through a burn. You're gonna learn if I heard of you. Anybody in the better be in the dirt. I'm assuring you. I'm serving to cover carcass large enough to stir a stew. Twist a ride with a shetty. Ain't playing blade game, just staying ready. I've been chopping faces off for a long time, bitch. I can hold the razor steady when I'm hot off the Betty in the ground, feeling heavy in a different setting. I'm mentally unsteady. I'm eating up everything. You ain't getting any. If you're looking for the product, it costs a pretty penny. If you wanna be my enemy, you're gonna be the meal. When I'm coming for the kill. Feast. Chopping up the opposites and put them on the grill. Better know what's real. If you wanna be my enemy, you're gonna be the meal. When I'm coming for the kill. Chopping up the opposites and put them on the grill. Better know what's real.
Murder was a case, misdemeanor.
Would you be a musician if nobody ever heard you?
Sure.
Why?
Because I love music. It's in my head, I can't get it out.
Look into my eyes. What you see? Yeah. Tell me what you see. Nothing but a real ass nigga, you heard me? Smooth over.
Case, misdemeanor.
Smooth over, back at it, crack at it, but I'm definitely not a smoker. But the life that I live is a vida loca. With the face of a man with a winning poker. I keep that dope in the sofa and the chick in the kitchen. If a nigga creep in, then that shit gon' start spitting. Good riddance, it was written by me, no lie. Do money like timetable, shots multiply. Growing up in the city of dope, where you see fiends, they lean off dope. On the side of the corner, you see niggas blowing out marijuana. Still pushing on them old school Hondas. That's the block nigga for you. Over the hustle man, like hustle man. We ain't talking money if it's lesser than 100 grand. 500 grand, slap with a rubber band. That's what you call mail in the post office. Post office man, I'm the post office man. Posted on the block, in and out like a cuckoo clock. For real, man, fuck a J.O.B. I slang that can like a J.O.B. But you don't hurt me, you can't take my shine away. I won't let you, I don't understand. If you fall shit, I would catch you. Lift you up, sit you down, throw a couple grounds. Tell you that it's all good, see you around a couple towns. But you don't know the definition of a real nigga. Fakers who you hang with, that shit can get you killed. Fake up, learn on your own. I'm up there, nigga, I'm grown. I'm tired of bullshitting, I'm tired of babysitting. So enough is enough. I just made my decision, about to take the game and smash this bitch like a collision. I'm headed to the top, can't nobody step my vision. And if you try and have you holy man, then the Christians move over. The hustle man, like hustle man. We ain't talking money if it's lesser than 100 grand. 500 grand, slap with a rubber band. That's what you call mail in the post office. Post office man, I'm the post office man. Posted on the block, in and out like a cuckoo clock. For real, man, fuck a J.O.B. I slang that can like a J.O.B. But you don't hurt me.
But then I was like, you know what? Let me try to take this more serious. Let me try to make some money, because I would see online producers were making like 7-8 grand a month, you know,
right,
off selling beats, and all they would do is post them on YouTube, post them on Instagram, and I was like, man, I got to get on that.
Yeah.
So I bought the program and I went all out. Like I bought the whole producer edition with every plugin available.
Right.
So I bought it and own it now, so I can, you know, use it and sell beats and do all that and make money. So
right.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it though. You know, it's a lot more comfortable because you just get your updates and emails. But yeah, that was I think, man, I think that was like the moment I was like, okay, I think I'm really a producer now.
So did you start out being like a point and click producer, or have you always used some sort of gear or MIDI keyboard or instrument?
Well, at the very beginning, yeah, it was just point and click, and then I really wanted a MIDI keyboard, and so after, because man, honestly, I'm the type to like when I want something or I want to get something done, like if I put my mind to it and if I really like go for it, I'll get it done. So I was super young and I wasn't making a lot of money and whatnot, you know. So I saved up and I hustled. Like I sold iPhones and flipped iPhones and yeah, and then I bought a MIDI keyboard. So yeah, so then I kind of learned music theory a little bit at that time. So then I started using the MIDI keyboard. Yeah.
What are you rocking with nowadays?
Honestly, I still have a MIDI keyboard.
Right.
It's nice.
That same one.
No, it's a nicer one with the pads and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still MIDI keyboard and it's still FL Studio. It's an Akai.
Right.
But a little upgraded version one.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it serves its purpose for sure.
Right. Yeah. So I do love that there's no wrong way to make a beat, right? Some people would clown you for using FL Studio, or some people would clown you for being a point and click, or for not chopping stab, or this and that. And I'm like, the only thing that matters is it dope and somebody likes it, you know?
Yeah.
Other than that, there are no fucking rules.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I mean, if you look at some of the big hip hop producers, they made their stuff on FL Studio. It's like
they never touched the keyboard.
Countless.
Yeah,
like DJ Mustard.
Right.
And you know what's crazy, man, is before I would think like, man, DJ Mustard ain't talented or whatever, because he would use a lot of like samples or other like musicians that actually went in there and played the keyboard and played the piano,
right,
lay down the melody, and then he would just basically go add drums to it. And I thought like, man, that's not a real producer, you know what I mean? Right. But to be honest with you, it is, because maybe a certain producer or that musician even wouldn't have laid down those certain drums, that bass line, those sound kits, you know, the certain sound selection. Yeah. So yeah, I started kind of figuring out like, damn, you know what? Because I didn't even want to. So for a long time I didn't want to use samples, and unless it was like requested, and I never wanted to use like MIDI packs,
loop packs or anything.
Yeah, anything. So I started learning that it's cool, it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like even 808 Mafia Southside, the producer, he's produced so many hits like for Future, Gucci Mane, like I mean big billions of. If you look at his producer catalog, he's over 1 billion streams. So yeah, he's crazy. And he still uses melodies, midis. He has other producers send him melodies, and yeah, so when I learned that, I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I should use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are resources.
It's another color to paint with. It's another tool in your toolbox.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not what you use, it's what you do with it, right? Because me and you, somebody could come in here, say, hey man, each of you have to make a beat only using these 4 different sounds.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a completely different beat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And if you do that with 10 producers, you'll get 10 different beats.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I was kind of like, okay, you know what? Fuck it, I'll use the MIDI pack or sample pack or whatever it is, you know? So, but yeah, it's cool. It's just like whether you play the instruments, whether you use the MIDI pack, whether, you know, if you put your heart into it and you make it sound like unique, your own style, I think it's dope, man.
Me and you did some shit like that back in the day where I had you just send me a basic something. I added a little guitar to it. Then I sent it to a singer. She wrote it, and then she went and recorded the vocals, and M Status produced her vocals.
Exactly. That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. It was one of those, you know, we each had a nice little hand in it to make this beautiful song.
Yeah, exactly.
And the guitar notes I would have played, I wouldn't have played them to any other beat you would have sent me, you know, obviously because it was in that key or whatever. But whatever you inspired out of me, I put on the track, and then I sent that to homegirl, and whatever inspired her, she put on the track.
Yep.
And then she had somebody help her, make it sound clean and good.
Yeah.
And that's just like a dope thing to do, like you started creating something, and we finished it, or we added our parts to it
right. It all played out how it was supposed to. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever done like loop packs or sample packs yourself, where like you create a bunch of loops and stuff and then just put them out there or sell them or whatever?
Man, honestly, I haven't, but
have you thought about it?
Well, man, I won't lie to you, and I'm just so busy, man.
Right.
So busy, honestly. Like sometimes I feel like, man, I put too much on my plate, but then I'm like, no, you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have thought about it, and I probably will. And that's why I'm working on this album too, because I was like, why not? Same thing with the ciphers, with my 509 ciphers.
Right.
Same thing with that.
Yeah. So yeah, what'd you tell me what inspired that? And because you've done what, like 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah. I started.
Far?
Yeah, I started December 31st. It was basically 2024. It was because it was like New Year's Eve of 23. I started.
Oh yeah, it's only been a year since you started doing it.
Yeah.
Huh.
And yeah, I released 4.
Yeah.
So 4 ciphers in about 1 year span. Yeah. Honestly, what got me to start them is I would hear a lot of ciphers at a state or in California, most of all, mostly in California, and I was actually trying to get my beats on these ciphers out of California.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they're dope, that's sick. They got like they usually do like Dizzler does like bigger artists, kind of known artists, and I was like, man, that'd be cool to produce a cipher for Dizzler,
Right.
And so I sent them a beat pack. One day I was in the studio and I was like, man, you know what?
Yeah.
And it just kind of clicked in like that, and I was like, maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
Like I know how to film, and I make beats.
Yeah.
And I can mix and master. I was like, maybe I could do it.
Yeah.
So then I started asking a few artists here and there, and they were all like, yeah, I'm down. Like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Right.
Like whatever. Yeah, I'm with it.
Because yeah, I mean, you've worked with so many artists, and and again, the production value and the delivery of it gets better with every time. And obviously each cipher, the quality is going to vary on your tastes or the group of people you have there. Has it been fun or interesting, the reactions? Because some people, the YouTube comments are mean as hell.
Oh yeah.
Even when they're trying to be nice to somebody, some people can't say nice about somebody without shitting on everybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And given I've left a snarky or a smart ass fucking YouTube comment or two in my time.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I want to, man, but just because I'm more known or whatever, in the Tri-Cities, like I try to hold myself back.
But also, I don't think anybody's criticizing you in your cipher videos.
Yeah.
It's usually whatever artist they didn't like or whatever it is. I don't think there's a lot of criticisms. I'm like, hey, nobody's commenting, hey, this beat sucks, or hey, this cipher, this whole thing is corny, or it looks cheap. Part, nobody's saying anything like that. They're just attacking the performances that they didn't care for.
Yeah, no, that's true. But for the most part, it's the artists that they're like, what? Why are they on there? Blah blah. but still, it's like with every cipher, man, I put my heart into it. Like, it's a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort. And I think honestly, sometimes the artists don't realize that.
Right.
Because
I mean, I get it. Because if you make something look so easy and so good, they don't think of all the work that went into it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he does dope shit, or like, hey, But no, it's not as easy as it looks.
No, yeah, for sure. Even just like getting the people together. Because, I mean, I bet you anything if like one of these artists were like, hey, I'm having a birthday party, y'all come through. Half of them want to come through. Right. So like even just getting the artists together, recording the sound, the vocals, and then getting them all together at the location to shoot the video, and like, man, it's a lot of work. And then recording the video, and then filming the video, and then going back to the studio, editing the video. It's like
so you do all that.
I do everything. Yeah.
la casa donde tú y yo formamos una familia. De no tenerte cerca a mí, mi corazón y mis ojos, como lloran por ti. Camino hacia la cama, donde seamos el amor. Me pongo yo a pensar, qué tonta fui. Ya me arrepiento, mi amor, de haberte abandonado. Quiero verte a mi lado. Tú eres toda mi vida y ojalá no sea demasiado tarde. Yo sé que yo te lastimé de no estar cerca de ti. Cuando tú me hablabas, cuando tú me necesitabas, cuando tú me necesitabas. Perdóname que yo te voy a demostrar cuánto te quiero, demostrar que yo te extraño y que yo cambié para estar junto a tu lado, para estar junto a tu lado. Ya me arrepiento, mi amor, de haberte abandonado. Quiero verte a mi lado. Tú eres toda mi vida y ojalá no sea demasiado tarde. Ya me arrepiento, mi amor, de haberte abandonado. Quiero verte a mi lado. Tú eres toda mi vida y ojalá no sea demasiado tarde. Ya me arrepiento, mi amor, de haberte abandonado. Quiero verte a mi lado. Tú eres toda mi vida y ojalá no sea demasiado tarde.
Yo, Misdemeanor back at it again. This is another song, one of my favorites. I produced for Mr. Payaso out of Seattle. This one's called Steppaz. Shout out to Paya out of Seattle, Washington. Free Payaso on the Tri-Cities.Mixtape.
This 4-5 on my waist is hella heavy like a bomb. His parents gang bang too, so we slapping up his mom. They said it's disrespectful, but I grew up in the 90s when you actually had to hit the streets if you wanted to find me. The killer clicks behind me, and this chrome pistol is shiny, so I spray painted it black and lived it tossed it to my crimey. It's raining bullets out here, so these Glocks are way too tiny. Gold chopper like I'm Swifty Blue, they thought that I was grimy. These hoes would never blind me, I think all of them's a setup. So we shot 100 bullets through a 2020 Jetta. If we go through South Park tonight, I'm bringing bringing my Beretta. And my bitches bringing one too, and she'll smoke you if I let her. These snitches still be stitches, so these rats are eating cheddar. The homie wore a wiretap on Scooby, he knew better. The last thing he gon' see is infrared beams on his sweater. Tell the sucker victims, remember, you signed up for this vendetta. Your click is 50 deep, but I would rather have 10 steppers. The last two that we hit, they both got hauled off in them stretchers. We taking dome shots, so bulletproof ain't gon' protect ya. And if I do a show, ain't going through metal detectors. Your click is 50 deep, but I would rather have 10 steppers. The last two that we hit, they both got hauled off in them stretchers. We taking dome shots, so bulletproof ain't gon' protect ya. And if I do a show, ain't going through metal detectors. They put me in the most violent prisons in America. USP, Beaumont, Big Sandy, it was terrible. A knife on me at all times, best believe I earned this 13. Only difference on the streets, we ain't got knives, but we got cuetes. The closest thing to knives is if we pull out that machete and leave your dead body stinking on the block like rotten leche. This 40 will protect me if it fails, my homie shooting. The qualities I'm looking for when I'm out there recruiting. You gotta raise your hand at times and do this shit like nada. Zapatos, Nike, Cortez, cause the devil don't wear Prada. It's suicide missions, give a fuck whose hood is hotter. Go on 3-man missions, 2 are shooters, 1's a spotter. My homie Menace killed a lot after he became a father, but I swear he's killing quicker after God took his daughter. There's doorbell cameras so they know we had a charger. There's weapons in a body decomposing in the harbor. Your click is 50 deep, but I would rather have 10 steppers. The last two that we hit, they both got hauled off in them stretches. We all dome shots, so bulletproof ain't gon' protect ya. And if I do a show, I ain't going through metal detectors. Your click is 50 deep, but I would rather have 10 steppers. The last two that we hit, they both got hauled off in them stretches. All dome shots, so bulletproof ain't gon' protect ya. And if I do a show, I ain't going through metal detectors. My homie criminal is with it too, to give your ass the business. Bought a ski mask from the plaza just in case there was a witness. Got a demon in his soul and it possessed him with the sickness. Sent a letter to the pen and they responded with a hit list. Don't get tagged with this laser, I could hit you through the fog. Pulled up to your house, didn't see you, so you know I shot your dog. I know I'm wrong for that, but being nice, that ain't my job. Suckers claiming that they shooting, but they can't put that on God.
What's the case,
Hey,
Misdemeanor?
they can't put that on God, it's it. Man, around with this motherfucking big ass thing, man. Run through his fucking face, that's it. That's on your gang, we're gonna go spin around the block again.
Murder was the case, Misdemeanor.
Visual art and creativity, is that something that you were doing before music? Were you like drawing or taking pictures or had some sort of, eye like that before?
Actually, kind of interesting you asked, but yeah, when I was probably like 11 or 12, I would draw, and my grandparents would tell me like, man, you draw really good, like, are you tracing? And I was like, no, I'm drawing freehand. And they're like, damn, you're kind of talented.
I was the opposite. I would trace shit and then go tell my mom and Theo's. I'm like, look what I drew. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I wish I still had some of those drawings too.
Right.
Because I was so young and they look good.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, back in the, and even now, my daughter asked me well, she's 12 now, but when she was a little bit younger, she would ask me to draw like a dog or something like that, and so she can color it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, she would always ask me because I would do a decent job in drawing the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Dope. So as far as the whole Cypher series, you plan on just keep going as long as you got willing participants, or do you have a set number, or do you have no plans specifically, and are you focused on other content?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, honestly, because I get a lot of love in the Tri-Cities, especially off the Cypher, but not only Tri-Cities, but like everywhere. Like I got a message from like the East Coast, and they were asking like, hey, are you ever gonna do a Cypher out here? And I was like, shoot, I was like, probably not. I mean, it take a lot of work. Like, I don't have any idea of artists out there. And then I have to find a location. I have to fly out there and, you know, like a bunch of stuff. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But then I got a message from people from Seattle, people from Texas too. Like, hey, bro, you ever gonna do a Cypher out here? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably not, you know? Like, I honestly, I don't know. It could be, you know, worldwide. I don't know. But there's still a lot of artists that haven't got on the Cyphers, and there's a lot of artists that have been on the Cyphers. And you know what? like, man, it just rubs me the wrong way that they're like, hey, bro, put me on another one because I didn't do my best on the first one.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, exactly why? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
bruh, why wouldn't you put your all into it?
Yeah.
And I had one artist tell me, well, honestly, it's because I didn't think you were going to do numbers. I was like, oh,
damn.
Okay. Yeah. And now my female cipher is at over 500,000 views.
Right.
Yeah, I'm almost 10,000 subscribers. So you have to believe it, man.
Right. And also, I think so many people look at things in such a small bubble that, like, you know, good music, good stuff will have a longer life.
Yeah.
You know, because these videos will be there in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, and people, you know, it'll be a nice time capsule of Tri-Cities, of you, of all that was going on here at that moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, things don't exist just for the moment. You know, because like there's a lot of like great albums that they maybe didn't do numbers the first week, but they're classic albums that you listen to 10, 20 years later.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's, I think, that's like, you know, the quality that we should be shooting for, not, you know, whatever's hot in the moment.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody has their different approach. But so in addition to beat making, producing, and videography, you've also gotten into booking shows and throwing concerts a lot at the Hideout in Kennewick.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them. How did that come about? How did that something that you started doing?
For the Cypher, I did a live show. And so the live show was cool, and a lot of people showed love, and a lot of people were there asking to get on the next Cypher, and I was Cypher 1. And man, so at that venue, like 3 people booked to get on the next Cypher. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. And then so I did that, and then I have connections with artists because I produce for some bigger artists. One day, my boy Ran Sav, he told me like, hey bro, there's a new club opening in Kennewick, and they're looking to like start with like local artists or just, you know, just different like a different scene. They were trying to get a different genre, different scene, not just like a salsa night or whatever, you know. So I was like, okay, you know, I hit them up. So when they opened, I ended up messaging the Hideout, and I was like, hey, would you guys be down to do a Cypher show? And they were like, yeah, come talk to me in person. So I went and talked to the owner, and he seemed like a decent guy and laid back, and he's like, yeah, bro, whatever you want to do. Basically, he told me like, the club is yours, do what you want. And I was like, oh shoot, okay, yeah. And I was like, okay, bet. So I did Cypher 2 show there, and yeah, I think I got like 150 people. So yeah, for like local show, you know, local artists, it was actually pretty good. And then he asked me, he's like, hey, do you have like connects to any other artists? And I was like, well, yeah, I produced for this and that. The first one we brought out, man, was Swifty Blue, which is like, he's super controversial and he's dissing everybody in the rap game. And so, but honestly, he drew a crowd. He drew a decent crowd, and that was a successful show.
Was that the one when somebody like threw a cup at him?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, even though someone threw a cup of water at him, but overall it was a decent show, and that went viral too. Yeah, but that was viral, and but overall there was no like fights or nothing, you know. It was just like, oh shoot, he threw a cup of water, like get him out of here, and that was it. But overall, like a lot of people actually showed him love, and I guess he dissed some gang, and I had no idea. So he performed, and we got him out of there, and it was a decent show. So after that, the club owner was like, hey man, do you know more people too? He's like, man, you brought a good crowd, you know. And I was like, yeah. So it just kind of took off from there.
Tell me how this album of yours came about, and are you like singing, rapping on it, or is it just something that you curated, kind of like the Dr. Dre and the Chronic, where he kind of masterminds the whole thing? Although I mean, he would rap, but it's, you know, he's more just showcasing his talent and his talented friends.
Honestly, I started this album like February of last year, and it was just kind of an idea I had. I was like, hey, you know what? I should put an album out, just showcasing different artists. Most of them, you know, out of the Northwest, and, you know, just showing their talents, because I think there's a lot of dope artists out here for sure. So I was like, you know what, I should do it. But then again, you know, it's hard to get them in the studio and hard to get them all on the same page, and you know, so I kind of took a break from it too. And then actually Empire contacted me, and they were like, hey, we've been watching your stuff, man, and these ciphers are going crazy. You know, are you gonna put more out? Are you gonna put some work out, albums? Like, you know, what are you gonna do? And I was like, shoot, I don't know. I was thinking about an album. They're like, perfect, putting out an album, and if we like it, we'll put some money behind it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, you know. So that kind of boosted my like, it just gave me a lot of like confidence to say, you know what,
sure,
like, man, I should get back into this album. You know. And so yeah, I'm just trying to get it done.
Okay, so you aren't rapping or singing on it?
Oh, no. You might hear my voice on there.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill too much, but you might hear my voice on there.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah,
is there like a theme or a through line of all the songs on there, or is it just the collection of beats that you had, or the collabs that you could get and you're putting it together? It's more a compilation?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely producing all the songs except for one on there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of a compilation of different artists in the Tri-Cities. I actually got a few out of California too.
Do you want to shout out? You want to shout out some names?
I got Yellow Hill on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of LA. He's pretty popping too. Out of Tri-Cities or Washington, I got, you know, let me see, Baby Kush, Alex J, Zia Firing Squad.
Nice, yeah, all dope.
Darrell,
Dirtbag Darrell?
Yeah, Dirtbag Darrell.
Yeah.
Flav, Cousin Dev, Free Cousin Dev.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Dev.
TCF Breeze, I got him on there. And,
oh, dope. Shout out to Breeze.
Yeah, so, but there's still more to be recorded too. So, but man, I want some unexpected things on this album.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any like vocalists or singers or any curveball?
Yeah, I do have a couple curveballs, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you produced for a lot of vocalists that aren't rappers? Have you?
I've done a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
A few, like a long time ago. It was a Christian singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a long time ago though.
Oh, so but you don't like make not a lot of your beats turn into R&B songs or not hip hop songs? Man, do you make any non-hip hop beats?
Yeah. On this album, I got one. I really like it too, man. It's a slow song, some piano melody in there, and yeah, it's kind of slow and just maybe kind of R&B. But yeah, man, it sounds real good. It sounds tight. It sounds good. Like I like to make beats that you kind of feel the melody, like it kind of almost takes you to a different place, like because it's just like you just feel it, you know.
Right.
So yeah, and then the artist did a good job on it so far. I still have to get another artist on there, but the artists so far, I feel like they did a really good job and just matching the energy. Yeah.
So so by the time this is coming out, this album will already be out on the streamers and all that.
Yeah, more than likely.
Probably. Yeah. Nice. Did you have a name for the project?
I think so. Or
is that still undecided?
Well, no, I think it more than likely is going to be called The Case Files.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sticking to the whole misdemeanor, first degree and all that. Yeah, very on brand. That's smart.
Yeah, because I've been, misdemeanor, and then murder was a case, 509 ciphers.
Yeah.
First degree, second degree, and then so my album is The Case Files.
Right.
Yeah,
that's dope. Hell yeah. So let's say you get to book a dream show at the arena, the Toyota Center, right?
Yeah.
What 3 acts would you bring to town? And they could be of all time. Like if you wanted to bring Selena and Vicente and the Beatles or Tupac, you know what I'm saying? But 3. And so who's gonna open the show, middle of the show, and close the show at the Tri-Cities Arena? If you could pick a dream show.
There's one oh man, the artist that sings "Walking on a Dream."
Oh yeah, Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have them open. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They got good songs.
Oh yeah.
They got
great,
good songs,
man.
and it's crazy because I don't know if male, female, like their music video is always crazy. You know?
Right.
But yeah, it's cool.
I'm sure they
man.
put on a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
I'd have them, and then honestly, I'd probably have Vicente on there too.
Okay.
Because he's
got to close it though, right?
Yeah.
So
I think he'd close
who's in the
it out.
middle? Yeah. You can't. No. Who's gonna go after Vicente?
I think I'd have Nipsey Hussle.
No. Oh, that's a great middle. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a fucking mixed show. That's actually really dope. I love that.
Yeah.
Empire of the Sun, then Nipsey Hussle, and then close out the night with Vicente. That's a dope show at the arena. That would sell out. That would sell out like crazy.
Yeah.
And you get the best seat in the house, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that. So there's something I usually like when I have bands in here or groups of people. I'd have them all like write down like guilty pleasure songs that like they might be embarrassed to tell people that they listen to. But since you're just a one man show here, what songs would surprise your listeners, your wife, your parents, your best friends? They're like, oh man, you listen to that?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Give me like 2 or 3.
Man,
I was surprised by Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
But I mean, that shit goes. But I see how some people, if they pass you the aux cord and you're hanging out with all these gangster rappers, they be like, what you listen to, bro? So you got some more like that?
Honestly, a lot of that kind of, I don't know, what is it, like 80s or kind of genre, but I like a lot of that music. Like even Eddie Murphy's like, my girl.
Oh, Party All the Time. I love that. That's
like there's like
Rick James produced and wrote that shit.
Yeah, like a lot of those songs, man. I'll just bump those.
Yeah.
But honestly, nothing that my wife, she thinks I'm crazy, like.
So you can't surprise her.
No,
with music? Yeah. I get you.
But I honestly, I'll listen to everything, even like who is it, Keisha Cole, like love.
Oh yeah.
Like man, I'll listen to that all day too. Just depends on my vibe,
Right.
Because I feel like I get little things from like different music and different genres, and so I'll listen to that. I'll listen to Spanish music,
But I'm saying, like, okay, let's say you're rolling with the windows down and you pull up to a car full of gangsters. What song would you like turn off or like roll up your windows because you don't want them to see you listening to that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there was probably a country singer. But or like not. I don't even know if he's country, but I think it's Heaven. It's called Heaven. Kane Brown, yeah. Like Heaven After All or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
all right.
Something like that.
Yeah. So you pull up next to a lowrider, you're rolling up the tinted windows or turning it down.
Yeah. I don't even remember how the song was like, this is crazy or something like that. Yeah.
Dude's got like a deep voice.
Yeah. I think that would be like, oh shit, hold on, let me turn this down a little bit.
Right.
But
man.
yeah.
Oh, before we forget, what are your ads? Where can people find? I know they can find your YouTube page, Misdemeanor, 509 Ciphers, or Murder Was the Case Ciphers.
Yeah, you could type in 509 Ciphers on YouTube and you'll find my page.
Yeah.
But everything, I try to keep it like in sync so that way.
Yeah. So yeah, what are your ads?
It's easy to find, but it's always Misdemeanor. It's MISDA instead of MISDE, but Misdemeanor, but with an A.
Yeah.
But on everything, Instagram, YouTube, my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Misdemeanor. Facebook too, Misdemeanor.
Yeah. So any shout outs and also any, I guess, words of wisdom or advice that you would give 15-year-old, misdemeanor, or anybody who wants to start doing any of the many things that you do now?
Honestly, just work hard, just keep going, just no matter what people tell you. If somebody tells you you can't do it, just do it, just go for it. Because growing up, a lot of people would probably not think I'd be where I'm at now. So yeah, I would just say just go for it, just do it. If it scares you, do it even more. If you think you're gonna fail, do it. Like, no matter what it is, start a new business. Like, sometimes it's scary because you gotta, you know, pay for the building and pay for the merchandise or whatever it is. And sometimes, like, you know, well, what if it doesn't work out? But you never know. So just go for it. I would say just do it and just go for it. And that's what I've been doing a lot. Yeah. So.
And any shout outs, and shout out your wife, kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out my wife, man, 'cause she keeps me kind of in line, you know, because I be wilding out sometimes, and so she keeps me in line for sure. She's definitely a good woman. It's hard to find like a good woman like her now too, you know. She does everything. She cooks, cleans, and she's a really good cook. And so yeah, she does everything for me. So shout out my wife for sure.
I kind of feel like the good cook thing. I think women do that to make us fat, so we can't run away, or so other women aren't attracted to us anymore. Because my ex-wife, all her tias were great cooks, and all their husbands were real fat, real thick, real thickies. Yeah. And I'm like, I get it, man. If you know. But also, maybe. Like that's their insurance policy. Like, you ain't gonna leave me.
Maybe, yeah, honestly. Cause man, she does try to feed me extra. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, man, and I have gained a few pounds too, and she'll tell me like, oh, I know you want this, but I'm gonna give you this too because you're not gonna get full or whatever. And I'm like, damn, baby, like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? And like, cause if I don't eat it, she'd be like, oh, you didn't like it, you know? So I'm like, okay, you know, all right.
Yeah. There's a lot of like weird psychological shit when it comes to food like that.
Yeah.
We won't get into all that. But man, I do want to thank you for coming through and sharing your story and sharing your songs. So yeah, man, thank you again. Tri-Cities Mixtape, Misdemeanor Beats.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Yo, this is Misdemeanor back at it again with another song I produced by Mr. F.A.B and VP Mob Star. This one is Slapp, produced by Misdemeanor on the Tri-Cities Mixtape.
Show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that bow on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. Say riding through the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that bow on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap.
Listen, I remember it was way back when, bandanas hanging low. First day I got jumped in, and 20 deep was an everyday thing. Turned to a dope dealer if you didn't want a gang bang. For me, I'm in the neighborhood patrolling. Fresh out of juvenile, I hit the hood swollen. I bought a 40 Glock cause enemies are out here. Gang related tattoos and I walk around without fear. I'm the reason why the enemy guys want smoke. Stepping with the chopper in the all black Raiders coat. Probation officer want me back in the Fed cell. Sweating me like if I'm running on a treadmill. The situation's critical, the game is getting deep. Can't even close my eyes cause I see demons in my sleep. And that's the reason why I'm waking up with chops in the bed. Asking God protect me from taking shots to the head.
Riding through the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that bow on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. Say riding through the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that bow on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap.
They said I was with the big homies in the Fed box. Through threats on my enemies, we taking headshots. All you gonna see is ARs and red dots. The beef still ain't been squashed and I'm a trophy to the ops. Still I be hitting blocks with something chunky on my lap. Caught him at the gas station, started dumping on his lack. Now the gang unit police be watching what we be posting. Pictures of gang meetings displaying that our devotion. Watch out who you be quoting cause we verifying names. The wheeler is on the way and we be terrifying lames. I'm doing what I be doing, burner be on the waist. Fuck with the little homies and murder gon' be the case. At the Friday night, junta politicking like prison. I believe in the gang like it was my religion. 13 tat on my back, the big homies, they gave me that. SSU program is where the clutch I was at.
Riding through the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that bow on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. Say riding through the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that blower on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. Riding to the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that blower on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. Riding to the city, yes, and show me where they at. Shooter in the back, he got that blower on his lap. Right now in my city, a chopper costs a rack, so if the money don't stack, can't buy bullets for that strap. 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 Can't buy bullets for that strap.
Murder was a case, misdemeanor.